What's going on, everybody? It's Ron Brown, LMT, the People's Fitness Professional. My co-host. We just got off of he just got off of a live. We just got off a live. I'm waiting on him, but we're just gonna go straight to it. Peace to the Earth, Wise Asia. How are you today, Earth?
Peace, God. I'm great as always. And you?
I'm great. I'm great as well. I'm great as well. I'm just a little tired. I work a lot and all that, but other than that, just here to do my duty and just keep building and get people to understand and grasp the teachings. Now, so how do you what's your thoughts tonight? What's on your mind right now?
Why you ain't putting no advertising for this podcast? Like, I see you advertise everybody else and you ain't advertise me. I feel unloved.
Wait, hold on, Earth. Well, guess what? Well, guess what? This podcast is not a live one. So this is a
Okay.
yeah. So this is a pre-recorded. So this is gonna get promo before I put it out.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I
This
was like, well, golly, my but Jesus.
nah. I'm gonna definitely promo this right here for sure. Before I put it out. Yeah. So what's going on with you, Earth? I mean, today's math is wisdom. And
Yeah.
I just want to go over the math a little bit. But before we go over the math a little bit, I just want to go over the Enlightener. We don't have to sing the whole thing, like really like try to sing it. But the Enlightener is a song that when I would go to parliaments and that song is people sing that song, I go blah 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 blah, blah. And
Oh my God. All right. I'm a walk. Can I take a little bit of a lead on this?
oh, of course.
All right. So the lightning starts out strong, right? The chorus, peace almighty Allah, Allah you justice, oh, Allah you justice, peace almighty Allah, Allah you justice, oh, right? That's
Justice.
strong. The beginning of the math is strong. Knowledge is the foundation, wisdom is the way. The
Yeah.
understanding only shows you that you are on your way. Peace, Allah, you go to the chorus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you come back with the culture is our God. That's still strong. Everybody's still strong at that point, right? The the culture is our God. The power is the truth. Um, equality only shows you that you have planted your roots, and then you go into the chorus, right?
Oh my, yeah, Allah.
Now,
Mhm.
this is where the people fade out. Right after you say, God came to teach us. But after that, you hear it get low because everybody be strong. God came to teach us of the rights. They say that shit with mad heart. And then this is where it gets weak. So is God came to teach us of the righteous way. Um, um, to build with that which he has taught us. That's where everybody be like, na, na,
Yeah, yeah.
na, 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 na. That's where you get that part. That's where people start doing that. And then it picks up right here. Build to be born on this glorious day. And then it goes back to the hook. And then it says, knowledge at the cipher. Um, damn, how am I stuck? Knowledge at the site. Why I got stuck right at the end? That's what I get for making fun of people. Um, is to enlighten you and to let you know that God is right amongst you. And then you do the chorus again, and then you say peace.
Ah, okay. I'm gonna have to rewind that for myself and go over that because I do get lost around God. Yeah,
Yes, that's where
yeah,
everybody, because it
yeah.
says, because a lot of people leave out the us. God came to teach us, right? So some people leave that out. I always got stuck on the that which he had taught us. I always get stuck on that. I used to always, right there, I would be like, but, and then I get right back, build to be born. You
Mhm.
know, I get right back with everybody else.
Right. Now, I'm glad that we went over that because for me personally, I needed that. This podcast was created not only to help other people, but to help myself. It
Okay.
was to help myself as well. I just want to go over your history with Prince a little bit, and then I want to go into you know what? Let's go before we go into to Prince. Let's go into today's mathematics. Today's mathematics is wisdom, right? Wisdom is a wise word spoken by the wise man. Um, uh, Wisdom is also secondary but necessary. Uh, and I could say wisdom is also symbolic to water. I could go into that. How do you see wisdom?
So I see wisdom almost similar to you. Wisdom are the wise words being spoken by a wise person. Wisdom is the manifestation of the knowledge
Mhm.
through actions and sound. So that's how wisdom is not. I can tell you what it is not. It is not a black woman. I can tell you that much.
Okay. Now, why
And
you say that?
because wisdom is a number.
Mm,
Wisdom is symbolic to a number. So you can say you can say your woman is your wisdom is if you want to, like if it makes sense to you, and you can have a whole breakdown. Like one is not man, and three is not the babies.
mm,
So we got a lot of people coming because one thing about 5%ers, a real 5%er can make the sweetest shit sound smooth. That's how come you got decades of people saying wisdom is secondary but most necessary. Now
mm,
let's look at the English language. In the English language, anything that is most necessary is primary. Something secondary will not ever be most necessary. The only thing that's most necessary is what's primary. And this is a problem with people in this culture because everybody's trying to sound bigger and better, and that's not the way it was given. It was given in a kiss style. Keep it simple, stupid.
mhm,
And a lot of people don't have formal education. A lot of people did not have, for my educator did not have formal education. My educator, what made Prince so phenomenal to me is his vernacular, how he expounded on his vernacular and his self style wisdom. Again, words, his self style words. So even though he wasn't formally educated, he taught himself. With the years of being isolated in prison, he took mad time to study and learn things and apply the sciences properly. And a lot of people in this culture, again, are not formally educated. Some of the elders, like I'm gonna give you an example. Firstborn ABG. Did you ever hear him build?
I spoke to him one time in front of the state building, and we were building, but it was like real brief. So it
ABG went to, I believe, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I believe he went to NYU for his education. Umar went to UCLA.
mm,
So when you hear people that have formal education and they're grounded and rooted, with this mathematics, their mathematics is different. They don't say certain things like wisdom is secondary. It that sound like somebody who was rhyming. That sound like some rapper shit. Like I got bars. Wisdom is secondary and most necessary. Like it
Right.
don't make sense.
Right. I understand what you're saying. However, mathematically, one is first, two is next, and then there's three.
Okay. Okay. I'm in total 100% agreement.
Mhm. So
So
that's why. Mhm.
how is two most necessary and not one?
See, I didn't think of that. I didn't think of that. Yeah, but I never say most necessary. I never say most necessary. I say sec. I just say secondary, and the only reason why I use secondary because of the number two.
Two is secondary.
Right.
The actions come after the knowledge,
Right.
right?
Right.
And see what a lot of people forget about knowledge. They forget the greatness of knowledge. Not only is knowledge an accumulation of facts, knowledge is also to respect. A lot of people leave that out.
Time out earth. Hold on. Right and exact. Right and exact. So my thing is like if you just stick with the math, right? So my thing right now is like sticking with the basics.
Yes,
If you
yes.
if you just go with knowledge, right? Knowledge is
Mm-hmm.
to listen and observe, to know, and also respect, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing off the rip. So if
Yeah,
I'm dealing with you and you don't give me proper respect, then you're not living the teachings
correct.
automatically.
Correct.
Yeah.
When I built with you last week, 2 weeks ago, right?
Hmm.
When I built with you, I said it's a fact that I've been in this culture longer than you. It's a fact that I've been taught by one of the greatest minds to teach it.
Hmm.
How beneficial would it be for me to get on your show and sit there and speak to you arrogant and shrewd? How beneficial would that be? How conducive would that be to your growth and development? Where's the civilization at? Where's the knowledge at in that?
Hmm.
I don't do that to people. I know, even in this culture, there's a lot of sisters that I speak to that don't have a third. Or look, they don't even have three-fourths of what I know. And I show them so much love. If anything, I show them more loves than the sisters that know what I know and know more than me.
Hmm. Hmm.
Because they
Now,
babies.
right now, when you build, do you go mathematics right after you go from wisdom? Do you go into be a born for the alphabet?
No. Why would I do that?
Wait, hold on. Let me just get this brother in. So now, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Because you're building up. Like, so in your language, in your build, because today's math is wisdom, wouldn't you correlate it also to the supreme alphabet?
No.
Mm. So what is the purpose of the supreme alphabet?
So the supreme alphabet is your speaking. So, like last week when we were talking about supreme alphabets, right? Not every culture has a phonetic system. Like a lot of people want to argue in the culture, one is A. A is a law. See, they don't even teach you that in school. When you learn the alphabets, right, which is our phonetic system, right? The
Mhm.
teacher tells you the alphabets are from A to Z, not 1A to 26Z. And when they teach you the alphabets, everybody has been in kindergarten. So we all know we get taught A is apple, B is boy,
Mm.
C is K. Cake, not the letter K, cake. Now there's other cultures that don't have this same phonetic system.
Mhm.
So this is the importance of knowing your numbers from your letter. Mikey, I never get to speak to you ever, okay? I'm so
Peace.
happy to meet you. Okay.
It's a
You
pleasure.
got a beautiful smile, by the way, sir. Not to be flirtatious or whatever, but I like your little Jam Master J look and all of that.
Yeah,
Like
thank
I
you.
was mad excited when you got on. I was like, yeah, you got on the Jam Master J and all of that with the fedora. Was that a fedora?
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Whew, if I was a young girl, boy, you lucky
Woo!
you needed me a old respectful lady. You lucky, boy. I would have made you buy a house just so we could fill it up with kids. Like all that.
What? I hear that. Yo.
But pardon so.
Nah,
But back to the back
you
to the phonetic system. Every every culture doesn't have the same um phonetic system. Like um how could you teach supreme alphabets in Islam when the first letter in is Arabic is alif, ba, ta, ta.
yeah.
How are you going to train? And they only got something like I forgot how many letters, but they only got a little bit of letters in their alphabet.
It's not 23, right? Because I know the American has 26. The
Yeah,
Hebrew at 23.
the Arabic have something like I don't know, like 16. They got crazy um vowels and all of that. So if you put this here like that, it gives it this sound and all of that. But yeah. So people get stuck. People want to put the mathematics and everything. And yes, mathematics isn't everything, but there's time and place. You're sitting there, you're borning out this, you're confusing people too. Because you're telling somebody knowledge is one, and then you born it out, and it's equality, and now people was, but you told me equality was number six. I'm like, what?
Mhm.
You start becoming a crazy mad scientist. And then where's the application of the fundamentals?
Right. So the application and the fundamentals, let's say we're building right now. We're going over that. We go over the math. Now,
Mhm.
so you're saying we don't build on the alphabet
I
as far
don't.
as the way you were taught.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm. And let me fuck you up a little more. I don't even do the 12 Jews.
I hear that a lot.
I don't got the 12 Jews. I told you I'm real old school. I'm the first person that you had on your show that asked you questions. I was
Mhm.
looking at all the other gods and I was like, damn, nobody asked him. Nobody got to know him.
Mm. To go back
And
to what
I'm
you
like,
said is powerful. What you guys said, having your own language, the phonetics, because with language raises vibration, and with that, it creates power. It creates energy. It gives you nationality, culture. That's your power that many cannot contain you by once you have your language. You understand with your understanding of it as well.
Mhm.
So that's
like
powerful right there.
the when I first logged on to you, I was with in a Muslim bakery store up the block from where I live, right? The
Mhm.
brother that was talking to me, um, he NOI graduated from college, like some college of Islam or whatever, back in the 60s. Like he's so old, he went to see the minister speak.
Mm.
You know what I mean? That's the type of timeline. And him and I fucks with each other. Or every time he see me, he be like, the earth, black goddess of the universe. Now I don't subscribe to the goddess, but I
Mhm.
know he coming from a place that's his best knowledge, right? And he'll be like, earth. He has a variety of things to compliment me, whatever type of mood he in that day. But you got to be able to apply your mathematics and your alphabet in a conducive way where you're able to walk in and out of worlds and remain the same. Like
Mhm.
I don't got to take my shahada to speak to Muslims. I can speak to Muslims and they love me. I don't gotta get baptized and whatever in Christianity because I know how to speak to. I get them all the time because their favorite question is, "Well, what about Jesus? Jesus is my righteous brother, man. I love him dearly. What are you talking about? It's so horrible that." The life he lived when all he came to do was teach freedom and justice and equality to the people of the planet. And
Hmm.
the Romans killed him for that. And his own people, because he was really Hebrew. And the elder Hebrews couldn't understand this magnificent knowledge that this child who grew into a young, great man had. So they paid their enemy, the Romans, Pontius Pilate to be exact, to kill him. Now that's real deep. And I get into it with them on that. And the Christians love me. The Muslims love me. The 85s rock with me. I talk to them about being in today's time. I know how to do all the little dances with them and all that. You got to be able, like you wanted to hear real life examples of how this walks and talks, how to walk and talk with this and
Hmm.
everything. I can only explain mine. You got to develop your self style wisdom.
Hmm.
Yes, sir. And you seem to have a big heart. You want this collective unity. I hear that, brother. You know what I mean? I hear that you got that type of time and that type of energy to bring original people together for one common cause. That's a beautiful thing. Nobody should ever knock that. Nobody should ever try to come for your head for that. Because that shows a great compassion that you have.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, that's peace. Thank you for that. Now, as far as the way the structure and the teachings go, if we were in a cipher, so you're gonna skip past the supreme alphabets and you're gonna go straight to the degrees in the 1 to 40 of the day.
Yeah. What is the circumference of the planet Earth? Oh, I said that all wrong. Pardon self. 1 of 40. So lesson number two, 1 of 40. Question number two. What is the circumference of the planet Earth? Answer. 24,896 miles.
96 miles, right? Right. So you will
I
go
know I'm right. Don't be trying to check me on my lessons. I know I'm right.
all right. So now then you just build on that degree. So you go into the wisdom and then you just build on that degree.
I could build on that degree.
Mhm.
Um, I could build on the 1 of 14. I could build on the 1 of 10, or I could just leave it at the mathematics. Yo, today is wisdom.
Hmm.
Wisdom is my manifestation of my knowledge and my walking, my talking, my living.
Hmm.
All of that is my wisdom, my clothes. I don't know if you can really see my clothes. I be kind of thugging it,
Yeah,
but you know that's my style.
indeed,
You
indeed.
know.
That clarified a lot for me actually. That clarified a lot for me. So
I,
now
Go ahead.
that was very helpful. So now I want to go into briefly about your history, with Firstborn Prince, right?
Hmm.
So where did you meet Firstborn Prince exactly?
I told you on the train coming from the
On the
parliament.
train coming from the parliament. Now,
Hmm.
and then, so how did that come about? So once y'all started building, you,
Uh-huh.
you started going
I
to the law school.
no. So I went to the next parliament and I saw him. So according to Prince, he had watched me for approximately a year. And because he laughed at me when he said, "You think the first time I spoke to you was the first time I saw you?" I was like, "Yeah." He said, "No, I've been watching you for some time. You got a lot of that shit with you." He never told me what that shit was, but he really, really liked my style. He really liked how I digest information and how I perceive things. So he really got a kick out of that. And I don't hold my tongue. He always said I was born in the wrong time. He said two things. I don't know if you're gonna laugh. My brothers, my social circle, find this shit hella funny. The first thing he told me was I was born in the wrong time ever. He said if I would have been born in the time where Allah's most precious June, I wish you had her history. And Queen Cypher, that's Dumar's sister. If I would have been born when they was teenagers, and I would have been running, because both of them love me. You know, both of those sisters super love me. He said more than likely the women in this culture would be different.
Mm.
And then the second thing he told me was um he didn't know if teaching me was the right thing to do. I'm like, fuck is you talking about, bro? Like, so he was like, weak men are attracted to a strong woman. And
Mm.
my problem, he said, I got a problem. This is my problem, is that I don't like weak men. So I just really understood that not too long ago because I got into a physical altercation with a guard.
What?
What?
Yeah,
You throwing bows?
yeah, yeah.
Wow, that sounds
Yeah.
crazy.
It was. It was.
She shot the
It,
fair one. Yo.
it was. And that's not even the crazy part. And when I think about it, it makes me cry. Um, because not only did he try to attack me for no reason, but and mind you, this is a guy I've never been intimate with. No romance. I don't come under none of that. Right? He's the see this the build degree in real life, the build degree in the free cipher in real life. See, you gotta be 93 million miles that way for us to have a harmony. And
Mhm.
what does that mean? You got a born understanding. As a black man, as the original man, as father of civilization, as God of the universe, you gotta constantly, especially with a earth like me, my caliber, you gotta be on your shit because I'm not gonna pay you no mind. As soon as you start slipping and sliding and whatever, you're I'm unavailable. I'm unavailable. That's it. And so yeah, so me and he a elder too. He like 64 years old at that trying to swing on me.
Mm.
And on top of all of that, don't you know this motherfucker lies? Cause when people approached him, like, yo, he the reason why I don't go to parliaments. I don't go to no functions because of him.
Mm.
It's crazy.
And he there was a birthday party for a guard around me and that lived nearby me. And I asked his earth to walk me home, the birthday person. I said, yo, cause I'm right there in the building across. So dude came out and he seen I was with the earth and the young earth. So he couldn't really, be him.
Mm.
So I'm like, yo, he came out to see me. Like that's what he came out for. So then when we walked the other way, the young earth caught him peeping. That's like an obsession. You know what I mean? And that's very, very nasty. And this is where you see the original man lose the knowledge of himself. This is where you see the build degree coming to the life. Because with my terrific speed of rotate, so boom, let's get into the earth because I love to talk about the earth.
Mhm.
So right, I'm six
Six.
trillion tons, a unit followed by 21 ciphers. Why am I 21 ciphers? Because those are the men who put the wisdom before the knowledge. And that's how come I become so heavy. So with my terrific speed, which is, the speed of the planet, 1,037, one third
Third.
miles per hour.
Mhm.
Mm,
So with my high speed of rotation, which is called gravitation, which is a high, which is a fine mist that can hardly be detected by the naked eye. And as this mist ascends higher and higher and increases with other mists and other layers of air until when she becomes heavy and and falls back and distills back in small round drops or light fluffy forms.
mm,
And do that I had the altercation with is a light fluffy form
mm,
because rain hurts. Hell, hell hurts. But that snow dissolves right in your fingertips, right?
Mhm.
she's dropping it, bro. She's. Ooh. I love how she's. Yeah.
So yeah, so you know what I mean? Now let's get back to my big old dad.
Mhm.
You gotta I got sinuses, so don't think I'm out here spitting to be nasty. I get got sinuses and allergies and all of that.
Mm,
Um so yeah, so me and Prince met on the train, right?
Mhm.
And when I went to the next parliament, we spoke and he loved my how I grasp information and how honest I am. Like I'm brutally honest,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So Prince loved all of that. He loved it, loved it, loved it. And you know, I was like, word, you know, I'll be your student, whatever. And
Mhm.
he's like my pops because he's 25 years older than me. So I be feeling weird. Like I'm older and I'm kind of the age near where he got murdered. So I'm like, damn, Prince was around all of us. Like we was all really loving. It was mad. Like the age range was probably about from 13 to 30, just rocking out with the old man, just loving the stories he had, loving when somebody stupid said something stupid to him and he chopped their ass up and we be laughing. But yeah, and I told you in the last one I had to forget everything. Oh, here's something else. I don't know if you do this, but you're supposed to learn a lesson a day.
Mhm.
Because remember, I
What is it?
told
The
you,
lesson of the day, keep the devil away, something like that.
yeah, that's me. That's my shit. I think that's cute. I got that from when I was in the 85 world. They be like, an apple a day keeps the dentist away.
Mhm.
mm.
So I told you when I got 120, I thought I was the most magnificent, greatest mind to ever exist. I had a whole bunch of corny shit I thought up that I was like, yes, this is the hitter right here. I still keep it. I don't care who think it's corny. I like it.
Now I've heard that. I've heard that in the nation a lot. Actually, I've heard that before. So now you was okay. Pardon me. Yep. Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Thank
allergies.
you, pardon.
Yeah.
Yes, I didn't want my nose to start running and a big booger come
Hey,
on my
hey,
nose. Like,
it's all good. Earth, yeah, Earth, the Earth. That last podcast when she was talking about leaving her scent and all that. She made me. Yeah, and my hygiene was already good. You made me step it up another notch now.
Yeah, she's happy. She's happy about that. You gotta leave the sentence an impression, bro. It
Yeah.
stays in their
now,
mind, you know.
now that come from my titi chela. I got a lot of bullshit from my titi chela. And my titi chela when I was becoming a young lady. And because I've always been a tomboy. Remember I ran track, right? And so my titi Chela would say, listen, you gotta get a perfume. I'm like, fuck I need perfume for? Like I'm clean. Like I
Mhm.
don't need all that little girly shit and all of that. And she was like, let me tell you something. Do you like boys? I was like, of course. Like, who doesn't? So she was like, well, I'm gonna tell you something about a man. A man will always choose a good smelling woman over a clean smelling woman.
Hmm.
Mm.
I was like, oh, okay. So then I went and got a scent, and that's still my scent to this day.
Mm,
All right, that's
mm.
what's up.
So
Mhm.
so now back to firstborn Prince, right? He taught you. You felt that you were like the most magnificent thing ever
Oh
created.
yes.
And then what year was that actually?
Me
And
and Prince,
how long did it take you to Nas 120?
I knowledge 120 in like 3 months.
Yeah, that's like the norm. Like
Yeah,
yeah.
you gotta know. I mean, like, cause he kept telling me you gotta make 120 yours, and I'm like, yo, this shit is long. Like these, we got paragraphs now. Like student enrollment was cool. Okay,
Student room was a
let
breeze.
let's go through another thing that's in the culture.
Hmm.
How is your 120? Like, take me from A to Pluto. Like, how you got it? Like, take me from knowledge to Pluto.
Hmm. Oh, you want me to do that for you right now?
Yeah, like how you got. Like, you don't got to go through the degrees, but tell me the sets. How you got it?
Okay, so I got supreme mathematics, supreme alphabet, uh 1 to 10, 1 to 36, 1
Oh,
to 14, 1 to 40, actual facts, solar facts.
okay. So the 1 to 36 is out of order, right? And people be trying to argue with me that I'm wrong, right?
Hmm.
But this is the show and prove. So my student enrollment is probably different from yours because I told you I got my shit old school. So my student enrollment says student enrollment 1 to 10,
Hmm.
ruler Islam. The following questions must be answered 100% correctly before admittance of student to said lesson number one.
Mhm.
Number one is the 1 to 14.
Mm.
And then you get number two, because that completes the set, right? Lost and found one, lost and found two.
Right.
Then comes the 1 to 36. Now, what is the difference between the 1 to 36 and student enrollment?
The difference is in the it's 1 to 36, that's one, and the student enrollment is 1 to 10. You have the student enrollment is the student enrollment, and then you got the English C lesson.
Okay, but there's something else really instrumental, and I was teaching you that.
Um,
There's a question and answer rhythm. There's a question and answer rhythm.
oh, right. The question and answer rhythm and the 1 to 10
Student,
is
yeah,
in the beginning of every
yes.
answer has the question.
No, not just that, but there's a question and an answer. Number one, question and answer.
Right.
Number two, question and answer. 1 to 36, statement, statement,
Statement
statement, statement, state. You don't get your first question to like number six.
6, right. Hmm.
You don't get your second question to number 11.
Mm.
See,
Jeez.
see, see, a lot of people be jumping and a lot of people be moving around and a lot of people. So firstborn Prince instilled in me real hard. He was real adamant about this. He said, do you want to know Allah? And I was like, but he died like before I was even born. Like, he was like, but this is his culture you studying. And I was like, that's a fact. He said, do you want to know about that man? And I'm like, but bro, he's dead. Like, I'm going to know about a dead person. He said, look at his students. So I got to know his only female student, Allah most precious Jew, peace be upon her always. I got to build with um Shasha, peace be upon him always. I got to build with ABG, who's our only firstborn from Mecca. Um, I built with Colleen. Colleen wasn't a firstborn, but he was taught. I built with Umala. Umala is not a firstborn, but he was, in that time period. Um, Damn, I hate when I say names because I forget shit. Later on, I watch this and I'll be like, damn, I forgot to say such and such and such and such. But yeah, that's what I could remember off the top of my head. So I went around and I built with. Remember, I was telling you the last time I was on, I would ask them, what did Allah teach you? You
Mhm,
know, what did you learn? What did He give you?
mhm.
And so that's what a lot of people are not doing nowadays. And the nation is so small right now. Like, I think it'd be like 100 people at the rally right now. And it's
Mm.
crazy because New York City got 13 million people in population. But we like, I don't know if you tune into this other brother's channel that records the parliaments every month.
Uh, records
No.
the parliaments. I
Yeah,
mean, there are three people that I watch. I watch Darkham, I watch Sunyez, and I watch
no.
Mega's platform.
They don't record parliaments faithfully. There's one brother on YouTube. I think his name is like Oren or Marin Smith is his last name, and his first name starts with a O. I'll send you the link.
Yeah, I
I'll
would like.
send you the link of yesterday's parliament. And every time I look at the parliaments, they're smaller and they're smaller and they're smaller. And the only people that really go there, you know, I hardly see youth. Like when I got the knowledge as a youth, right? Because I was searching in the 80s. What's going on in the 80s? The music is cultured, right? You got Brand Nubian. You got what was them dudes? The red, the black, and
Clan.
the green. Yes. Um, I was open or for ISIS. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be like that. Like, um,
Yeah, you
I'm
remind me of her. Like there was a picture you took. A picture
Who?
yo, she
Who's
took
your?
ISIS from X Clan. She
Oh,
Lin Q. She became Lin Q,
you. Yeah.
and she was
vainglorious.
yes. Who else we got in the 80s? We got Big Daddy Kane. We got Rakim.
Mhm.
Who else was conscious? So there's a lot of consciousness going on. Imam Esau's out there heavy with the tables and the oils and the incense with the books. What?
Uh,
Yo, laugh at Imam Esau now. Yes, I do too. He's dirty, disgusting, right? But back then, yo, that shit was the best vegan pizza I ever had. His temple that he had in Bushwick.
mhm.
Yo, I did not hear no cars drive through there with loud music, and I could count the times I've seen a police car roll through there.
Wow.
Now I'm just saying when he said because I know he was the singer back then. And you talking about that weak
No, that's
pizza?
when he's the singer, he's on Dr. York's, right? I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't a mom. That was his alter ego. But yeah, I was open off for the Amon E. So I was like, yo, they tables smell so good. All them brothers being all white. So you know they not dirty. They look clean like the collar, dumb clean. Like, yes. The table always smell good. They mad respectful. You know, you come by the table, they be like, how can I help you? They don't flirt or nothing. I was like, yes, these are the type of men, you know, I would like to be amongst. But see how much of a 5% I became? I just attacked Mike, right? He jumped on and and I jumped right on and pounced on him like a whole cheetah, right? It shows you where I've been for a good portion of my adult
Nah,
life,
you,
right?
you good.
But you know,
Yeah.
take, taking it back, the 80s was culture. They was even making fun of 5%ers on In Living Color. If you catch episodes of In Living Color, they had the brothers in jail sounding crazy, talking on the phone. They
Right.
like, yeah, so that's the diameter of the
Mhm.
circumference to the 180 degrees. And
Yeah.
I was like, yo, but imitation is the highest form of flattery. We're also in movies.
Spike Lee, Mo Better Blues.
Yes.
Yeah.
Spike Lee did something on that.
Yeah, Mo Better Blues, the
Yeah.
dude in front of the club.
Yes.
He's like, "Don't cut my
Yes.
wisdom, God. Don't cut my wisdom,
Yes.
God."
Yes. Facts. Facts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Power 50 Cent
mhm.
show.
He's horrible.
Raising
Like
Canaan. Yeah.
he's horrible because he's using the mathematics in a negative way.
Right.
And there's no real building. And I really wish we had the gods that was the gods in the 80s flipping the Mom Esau tables over. Because remember, Mom Esau was the first one to write a book about the 5% is negative.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about
Oh
that.
nah, we know who wrote that one now.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Who?
We had him on the podcast. We didn't even know he wrote the book.
Oh, word. I saw that dude. The
Yeah.
young dude. The young dude. Uh,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
How
don't
did the
know if
gods?
he's young. I think he's like in his power ciphers.
Oh, word. He looks amazing for his
Yeah,
age.
How
yeah.
did the gods react to that when Iman Isa
So
wrote that book?
when Imam Esau wrote that book, them tables was getting flipped over.
Nah, Naheem wrote that book, bro.
Yeah, I know, but I want to know how the gods reacted because
Tables got flipped over. Gods was not playing that.
Yeah.
If
really.
you didn't have that book on your table, you was good. Proceed. Had you had that book, any up, any up.
Word.
So I even dated a god that was one of the gods out there flipping tables. Word. You know, I had to jump on that real quick. Like, yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Well, because I mean, you got to think about it. I'm a woman, and I'm a very light complexion woman. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna want me like a whole cold knowledge. She, nice and big and strong and swift with his shit. Like I don't want some little light skinned dude talking about peace. I'm the God of Omega. Allah. Mm, That's not the God for me. You know. Even even when I rock with, cause I date different types of cultures, right? And even the brothers, like I had a Muslim brother I dated one time, right? And I brought him to the rally and shit. And brothers thought they was gonna press him. That shit changed. The current changed real quick. It went from press to brotherhood in a millimeter of a second.
Mm.
Mm.
So even, like I recently just parted ways with an 85. And even him, like I be in club in like lounges and shit and places, he 85. I'm on his time.
Mm.
Never felt scared. Never felt scared, never felt threatened, never nothing. Never wanted for nothing. Never had to come out my bag for nothing. So, you know, I like that. You
Mhm.
know,
Now,
that's I need masculinity.
right
I'm
now,
already feminine. Go ahead.
right now, you said, the parliament, low numbers, etc., and basically things aren't the same. The youth is not around, and things like that. How do you think we could change things over at this point with all of these distractions now? The youth now, they like I mentioned on the podcast before, they're into Kai Cenat. They're like into video games. They're not really interested in like really thinking critically, you know what I mean, and working their minds a lot. How do we combat that?
And see, this is the open platform for the God, right? So if gods go get a professional education, get an education in communication, so you could be on radio, you know, or television, yada yada, whatever, invent. So the original man is the creator of his own universe. All of these things that you name, God can do. God can make video games.
Mhm.
My grandson plays with a game. My grandson just turned 2, by the way. So he got video games that teach him things.
Mhm.
We should have been on that.
Right. That's
Teachers,
true.
mothers and fathers, teachers of civilization. See, everybody's so busy being a rapper. Everybody want to
Mhm.
touch the mic. You know what I mean? Everybody want to be on the mic. Everybody got bars.
Mhm.
Everybody's hot. Nobody want to be a producer. Nobody wants to be an engineer.
Mhm.
So, you know, you got all the women being doulas, and that's a beautiful, amazing thing. I'm not saying it to knock it at all,
Mhm.
but there's not a lot of women engineers. I only know one in this culture. Um, she went to the um military. She was a pilot
Mm.
and took up engineering and stuff. So she's the only one that I know of. I'm sure there's others outside of New York. I'm not in tune with everybody outside of New York, so I can't really speak about that. I'm not the best person, but here in New York, we could have more of that, like wisdom, understanding. She was the oldest in the culture, not the person with the longest time in the culture. Do you understand that?
Right.
Hmm.
Yep.
So a lot of people misconstrue that because she was the oldest. And I had the opportunity to build with her when she was alive. I got a picture I could send where we're embracing each other. Because I told you, all the elders love me. All the elders fuck with me. It's my peer group. The youth and the elders I got on smash. It's my peer group I got issues with.
Mhm.
And wisdom, wisdom understanding taught MGT. She ain't teach these lessons to her female students. She taught about herbs, which is a great, again, I'm not saying these things to belittle anybody. These are great things to know. But there weren't a lot of women teaching a lot of women because men in this culture have a big faux pas about that. Oh, wisdom, boys, wisdom is always going to be a bad culture. You sound dumb as shit. If you're truly the maker and the owner, anything a woman had before she met you is going to dissolve. She's going to embrace your teachings. And if anything that she has, we deal with equality. When you're sick, wouldn't you want a woman that knows about herbs so you don't have to take these knockoff medicines that knock out your immune system and make you more ill?
Mhm.
That's a fact.
Mhm.
You know, and wisdom, understanding was teaching that to the women. She was definitely she was definitely a herbalist. She was definitely the 14th degree in the one of 14. So, you know, we don't have a lot of power women, you know, and that can teach. We do have a lot of powerful women in the culture. A lot of my sisters, you know, I have a sister that deal with real estate, and she's a I just said the name, the doula. She's a doula, and she got real estate. I have another sister that's well known through the tri-state area, like in that field, in the field of doula. They mention her name crazy. I don't mention these women's names because they got gods, and I don't want to violate them.
Hmm.
You
Mhm.
know, I don't want to be disrespectful, and people go looking for them, and whatever comes out because I mention their names.
Mhm.
But I have another sister in DC, registered nurse. Talks all about all types of things that go on because she deals with her practice. So she comes and she's been at many parliaments building about right and wrong things and health and things of that nature. Who else in my circle? Oh yeah, my other baby sis. Um, you know, she deals with a lot of nutrition and how to grow your own herbs at home, even if you have an apartment. You know, you don't need a yard to grow herbs at home. And um,
Hydroponic.
yes, she
Hmm.
taught me. So I taught my daughter um how to make Pedialyte.
That's
Mhm.
deep.
You know what I mean? So you're not getting it from the store and stuff. I was like, oh, word. You know what I mean? Like, my little sisterhood, I don't have a really thick sisterhood, but the sisters that I do have in my life, I love, I honor, I cherish them dearly. Because we're able to come back and forth and build, and keep each other on track. Like, hey, I know you're mad, but that wasn't really righteous right there,
Mhm, mhm.
And you
So,
know,
mhm.
yeah, go
so,
ahead.
so we have sisters out there that you know, um, that you got doulas, you got nurses, you got sisters that are good with just nutrition and health and things of that nature. And my what I'm trying to figure out is how do because like I said, we're in this era and time where it's like things are like kind of like fading. Things are kind of fading, and what I would like to prevent, if I could help it, is for these cultures to fade. I don't want them to fade, right? Because they're better, very beneficial and
Hmm.
helpful. So you know, I'm just trying to figure out a way where we could keep them alive. But the main thing is the internet. Like if we don't want to get on the internet and we don't want to build on the internet, that's
And
unfortunate.
yeah,
Unfortunately, the chances of things fading is extremely high. Is just like I'm trying to get Brother Mikey to speak about his teachings and his culture.
ain't that tomorrow?
Yeah, that's tomorrow. That's tomorrow.
See,
And
look at that, Mikey. I told you I was on your body, right?
Yo, she is.
From boy to Mason, right?
yeah,
Mhm.
uh,
Traveling man, let's get it. Let's get it, traveling man.
Yeah, but I'm just speaking
but
from
he
my
doesn't.
perspective.
But the thing about it, he doesn't want to say too much and all that, and I get that. And a lot of people don't want to say too much when they dealing with just teachers in general. However, I'm just saying we're in a weird time right now. Maybe we need to, just
Can
loosen
can I
up a little bit.
can I
Pause.
can
Oh,
I,
Diddy.
can I elaborate?
Yeah.
When I say I don't want to come out speaking as if I'm the authority for the whole
Mm,
fraternity, so 'cause people take that personal. So I'm speaking from my perspective, from my journeys in life, and when I came into masonry, how much it has done for me, what I learned. You understand? To really getting involved and learning the lessons and seeing the change that it has brought upon my life. So that's pretty much it.
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right. So, back to what I was saying as far as like just getting on the internet and building, I would love to have any of the if the Earths want to get on and build about, health, nutrition, being a doula. I kind of know about the doula science a little teeny bit. Uh
mhm,
a little teeny bit. Um I kind of still don't understand it. So it'll be it'll
mhm.
be it'll be peace to get a doula on.
It's like a midwife, right? That's what I
Yeah,
do. Yeah,
kind of, sort of. Yeah, it's really, So the two sisters that I know, right? One has more notoriety than the other.
Mhm.
Um, so the one with more notoriety, she bid life twice, and the other one only bid life once, like me. I don't know. I'm a one and done. That's it. That's because
Mm.
I didn't meet Mikey in my youth. He wasn't born yet.
Oh, you know what?
Okay, so I
Yo.
only did one. All right, but yeah, so the other sisters like me, we only have one. But I think it's very imperative to have bed life to help somebody that's in that moment and that's in that time. And because I
It's not
remember
too late.
when
You
I
can
was,
have more.
I mean, but I don't want to. I've been waiting to get to where I am. You know, I just want to shoot up the club and have fun. Like
Yeah. She
you
talking about
got, you got
Troy
to
Ave in
edit
the
that
club.
out.
She talking about Troy Ave in the club.
Ah, what happened? Yeah, you
Oh,
gotta edit. You gotta edit that.
oh, now you're gonna make me do work now.
fucking leave. They gonna people that know me gonna be like, yeah, that's her.
Yeah, she's having fun. She's
She did, but they laugh, ha ha he he. But that's the truth though. Like, fuck am I gonna do with a baby now? Like, that's the whole point of me having a grandchild. Like, here, this is yours. Take that back.
Yeah.
You know, I already did. You know, I did my time, and I think I did a good job. Like my daughter waited till she got her career. She had a baby when she was 33, I think.
Wow.
that's dope.
Yeah.
She was with her man for 9 years. I think they did stages of three. I think they dated for three and were engaged for three and then married for three and had the baby.
That's dope.
I think it's something like that. I try not to be in her adult business life too much, you know.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think, you know, to be like in the doula, you know, when you have a child, Supreme, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
you have a daughter.
Yeah. I have two.
Woo! Look at you multiplying.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And were you there for the births?
Both. Yep.
So, like, if I had a male, like if I had a male doula, I would want him to have been there. Like, do you have children? You know, why you there for the birthing process?
Hmm.
You know, my ex husband was there for what you call it for the birthing process. I
Hmm.
was control,
Yo,
out of
that
control.
great experience, man. Yeah. Yeah.
I
For sure.
I was out of control. I ain't ever want to do that again. Like I said originally, when I got with him, I was like, yeah, like I just want to have babies. I just want to take care of babies. I want to have a home and take care of my man. That's all I want to do with my life. I don't want friends. I don't want a career. I have no ambition to do nothing else in life.
Mm.
Like that's all I really honestly wanted to do.
Mm.
And shit went left. And then I had to get on this independent. Listen, whatever female signed up for this woman right shit, I was not a part of that. And I don't feel like I should suffer. Like,
We should come back and talk about that relationships and all that dynamic.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, because it's not fair to me. Like, I didn't sign up for that shit. Like, no, baby, you go to work. I will stay home. Okay? I will
Yeah.
make sure you go to work right. You got a little lunchbox. You're happy. You feel good. You know that I'm going to be here when you get back, and I'm going to be just as happy as I am. I'm going to be more happy because you came back home. Like, yes, he's home. Let me hear all about your inventions out in the world.
That's so dope, bro.
That's peace. That's peace. Now, Earth. We're gonna close this out. I would like to have you up again. We're gonna build. You know, hopefully we could meet in a physical at some point.
You want to meet? Well, I mean, we're going to meet November 9th.
Right. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
We're
Exactly.
going to see each other November 9th. Are you up on your homeboy with the food? Like, is the food going to be available?
Yeah. Well, that's what he say. You know, we'll. I'm keeping in touch with him. I got another connection, so we just keep this, make this happen.
I did my part. It's already on the calendar. We got the law school from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
I
And
love
we have outside access and inside access because I don't know what the weather's going to be.
it.
Okay. Right.
Sure.
So we have both. Initially, I wanted to be in front of the window. I want the window to be a pivot point.
Right.
So we got that. And then what you call it? If the weather's bad, we right inside. We got that too.
Right. Now
But
the thing about these pantries or food giveaways, it takes time to pick up momentum. So like the first time is probably going to people are not going to really maybe show up enough, and then you got to just keep doing them.
yes, That's what I want. That's how come I'm not posting up no flyers. And I was hoping the number to reach would be 50. Can we give away food to 50 people in 4 hours?
I
Mm.
think that's possible. I believe that's possible.
Yeah, yeah,
Just on word of mouth, no flyers. And then let them know that, yo, we're going to be here the second Saturday in December. Like, see if we could keep that going.
right.
So
Exactly.
then they already know and see if that breathes in new life to the school. And then maybe we'll have that uh um uh game developer use our alphabets so that way we can have this dope ass video game.
Okay.
That'd be dope.
You
Yeah,
know? Because
indeed.
if all minds are one, right? And
Mm.
we all thinking about the same thing, yo, we want new life in here. We want new life to come through here and bring in new thoughts and new ideas and new development, new growth, new shine. Like food is a nice way to start.
That's a
Yeah,
fact. That's a fact. That's
But yes, we'll see. I don't know if you want to see me before then.
okay.
So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I'm not doing nothing right now. I don't know how long this gonna last. Well, it's gonna last until my unemployment benefits paid. When unemployment told me to go back to work,
Mm.
then I gotta go back to work.
Indeed.
But as long as my little checks is coming in, I'm chilling right now.
it's great.
Okay.
I hear
That's peace. That's peace. Now, so great to have you this evening.
that. For
Peace
real.
to you, Earth. We're gonna
Peace to
build.
you.
We're gonna build. Look out for a text to make sure this thing gets. Make sure it's gets done. And we'll build. We'll build. Peace to everybody watching the show this evening,
Peace.
and we're out
Peace.
here. Peace.